session, we are going to discuss about the electrical conductivity of liquids. In previous section, we have discussed or we have started this, and in this session, we will discuss about this again. Here, in the previous class, we have discussed that some liquids will allow the current to pass through them, and some liquids will not allow the current to pass through them. So, in that, the distilled water is the best insulator. So, it is a pure state of water, so it will not allow the current to pass through it. So, this is a insulator. And if you consider drinking water will conduct the electricity. Reason is it is having some minerals in it, some impurities like minerals. And if you consider tap water also can conduct electricity, as there are some impurities in the tap water. But distilled water will not allow the current to pass through it, so it is a pure insulator. And we can convert or we can transform a bad conductor into a good conductor. How you will see now? Transformation of bad conductor into good conductor. See, actually we know that the distilled water is a bad conductor of electricity. So, if this distilled water is mixed with some impurities or with some substances, then the distilled water by mixing with them will also be able to conduct electricity. And here mainly the liquids which conduct electricity will have some acids, base, salts and minerals. So if any of the liquid having any of these four, so then the liquid will be able to conduct electricity. If the liquid is not containing any of these four, then such liquid will be as insulator only. It won't conduct the electricity. And now distilled water is a pure insulator, we know that. So by adding distilled water with some salt water, or if you add some salt to this, then the distilled water also will, or it will be able to conduct electricity. Or if we copper sulfate crystals are dipped into this distilled water, then also the distilled water is able to conduct the electricity. Or if you squeeze any lemon into the distilled water, then also the distilled water is able to conduct electricity. That means here we are transforming a bad conductor into good conductor by adding some like salt, copper sulfate and lemon. So these make the bad conductor into good conductor. And here mainly if the liquids or solutions contains these four, then definitely the particular distilled water or any type of liquid can conduct the electricity. And now without these four, can a substance conduct electricity? For that we can say that yes, a substance can conduct electricity without that four. How? See, you consider a potato. So this is a potato, this is a half cut potato, and in this potato I am arranging a circuit. This circuit is having a battery or a cell, and here a LED is placed. So positive terminal, negative terminal, positive terminal, negative terminal, and these two terminals are dipped into this potato. And now if you observe for some time, this potato is also, this is a potato, this potato is also able to conduct the electricity. How this is able to conduct the electricity? Here, as the two terminals are placed into the potato and a battery is connected to it, and if you place a switch here and if you switch on, then the current will pass through this and chemical reaction takes place. Due to that chemical reaction, this potato is able to conduct electricity. Not only potato, we can consider some vegetables which are able to conduct electricity. So some vegetables are able to conduct electricity, and here mainly in potato, in that out of those all vegetables, potato is the best conductor. And here, wherever the positive terminal is immersed into the potato, there a greenish spot is appeared on the place where the positive terminal is placed. So the greenish spot indicates that the chemical reaction is taking place inside the potato. So due to that, there is a spot on positive terminal. And what is the reason of the greenish spot only at a positive terminal? We know that a battery or the current will flow from a positive terminal to the negative terminal. So due to that, there will be a spot exactly on the positive terminal, where a positive terminal is immersed into the potato. There we can see a greenish spot. That means without having acid, base, salts or minerals, we are able to conduct electricity with the help of vegetables. So some vegetables will conduct electricity and some vegetables may not conduct the electricity. So here vegetable is able to conduct electricity. The reason is a chemical change is taking place inside the vegetables and they are able to conduct the electricity. That means by the change in the chemicals or chemical change taking place, there is a possibility of conducting of electricity. Yes, in before 400 years in Italy, a biologist named Luigi Galvani, he did so many activities on dead frog. So he is very eager about the finding out the electricity. So what he did is, he is once he saw a dead frog leg which is hung to a copper rod. When another metal touched that copper metal, it started twitching. So by seeing that, he did the same activity with so many dead frog legs, and finally he said that there is some electricity in the dead frog leg. So due to that, the dead frog leg is twitching. So all the people came to believe that, and almost in Europe it has all the Europe people used to believe it, and all over the world the news has passed. But after 100 years, named Alessandro Volta started, and he is very eager to do activities on this. So he also collected some dead frog leg and he hanged that dead frog leg to a copper metal, and another copper metal is coming in contact into that copper metal. Unfortunately, he observed that the dead frog leg is not twitching. So he was surprised. So if really there is a current in dead frog leg, why there is a need of two different metals? Why the two copper metals can't produce that electricity? He started thinking like that, and he concluded that the electricity is not in the dead frog leg, but it is due to the variation in two metals. The variation in two metals can produce the electricity. So he made a cell, that is a Voltaic cell. He made the first electric cell, that is called as Voltaic cell, as his name is Volta, Alessandro Volta. And in his cell he used a copper rod and a zinc rod. Copper rod and a zinc rod are placed in a dilute sulfuric acid. By placing the copper rod and a zinc rod in a dilute sulfuric acid, he gave connection to a LED bulb, and the LED bulb used to glow. So, and that was true due to the variation in the metals and due to the chemical reaction taking place by immersing the two rods into the dilute sulfuric acid. A chemical reaction takes place and the electricity is produced and bulb will glow. So let us see the Voltaic cell and how it appears. Alessandro Volta made this cell a Voltaic cell. So first we have to take a beaker, and in this beaker dilute sulfuric acid is taken and two different electrodes. One is copper and another one is zinc. So this will be zinc and this is copper. Two different electrodes are immersed in the dilute sulfuric acid. This is dilute sulfuric acid. And for these electrodes, he gave a connection to a LED bulb. So, whenever he gave the connection like this, the LED bulb starts to glow. And here what happens is, here copper rod acts as positive terminal and the zinc rod acts as a negative terminal. And here, when the zinc rod is placed in the dilute sulfuric acid, the zinc rod starts to react with this dilute sulfuric acid and it releases some ions which are negatively charged, and those negatively charged ions and the negatively charged inside this dilute sulfuric acid are attracted towards this copper rod, as this copper rod is positively charged. As they are attracted to this, and they are able to move to this copper wire, and through the copper wire they move towards this LED bulb. So the LED bulb starts to glow, and again they are moving back again to the zinc rod. So like this process continues till the zinc rod completely dissolve in this dilute sulfuric acid. After the zinc rod completely dissolving in the dilute sulfuric acid, again if we want to make the LED to glow, we have to replace another zinc rod and a new copper rod and a dilute sulfuric acid. Again it is taken, and again the process continues till the zinc rod completely dissolve in the dilute sulfuric acid. So due to the change in chemical reaction taking place here, there is the production of electricity and the bulb used to glow. This is about Volta or Voltaic cell.